So I tried recording this the other day, but it didn't work because my fucking computer blue screened. But we're gonna do this again. Um, so basically, I got asked like I don't know a week ago now to do a to do the fucking a setup guide. Right? Just do like an in general setup guide. So um, pretty much just like because you see motherfuckers running like hold on, like this is not an uncommon fucking setup that I've seen. And like, if you were feeling ballsy, you'd check on sharps or like that. Now, this is a garbage. I'm sorry, this is so bad. Little Timmy using this? Please seek help. Holy fuck. Anyway, we're gonna go from bare bones stock here. This is my M16A3. I've got 22,500 kills on it. I've used it for a while. It's whatever. Basic setup guide. So, pretty much any of the iron sights is not good. Like, it's... Unless I could put my fucking scout sights on there, which you can't. I don't want to do. Unless I can put these on a gun, the iron sights are just not good, okay? Special sights, if you were feeling it, go for it, right? If you're a fucking memer. Anyway, scopes on an AR, you'd never put a scope on an AR. Never do this. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Just never. Never, like, why would you want to run it? Anyway, red dots. This is what you're going to want. Right? And your red dots are, your choices are pretty much endless. But for the most part, to be honest, most of them work. Like, most of them would work. Like, a lot of them work better than others. Like, there's no reason you'd use the microdot. Or, like, maybe the OKP, but, like, why would you? You've literally got so many better sights that you could use. The sights that I would be going for would be, like, Delta, EOTech, Reflex, Coyote, maybe the Cobra if you wanted to. If you like the reticle, and some people do. The Basker wouldn't go too bad. Maybe the DDHB. It's these kind of sights. The reason they're good, for the most part, is because there's nothing going on right in the middle here. It's just the dot and a really clean circular sight. Right? Now the reason the M16A3 isn't as good as it used to be is you have the front post, right, which is this little motherfucker at the end. Now to remove that, you would use the Kawasaki, but the Kawasaki. I'm sorry. Don't use this. Just don't. I've got 1,400 kills on it, but that's because it removes the front post, and I wanted to remove the front post, and then I realized it really doesn't matter. So it literally... Reflex is probably your best bet. Like, it's probably the best sight that you can use. On any AR, really. Like, it's kind of just a universal thing. Like, Scarrel, reflex sight. MS, reflex sight. AK-47, reflex sight. HK, reflex sight. Like, it is quite literally... What is going on in there? It's literally just, like, the best red dot, in all honesty. Like, either that or, like, the Coyote, maybe the Delta sight, are literally just the best sights to use. So, like, you can try using other sights, but, like, all honesty, your best bet... Like, you don't unlock the fucking reflex that late. It's literally 285 kills. Me personally, dude, that's like 4 matches, 3 matches. Right? It's not many. It doesn't take long. And if you have credits, just buy it. Right? So barrel attachments, these barrels are not really what you want anymore. It's not really worth it. Like, they don't really help anymore. So things to want to know. Suppressors are very good. Very good. I don't use them on everything. I use them on a lot of things, but I don't use them on everything. They're very nice, very clean, and they just kind of work, right? I don't know why they do. ARS suppressor is probably the best suppressor in the game right now. Either ARS or PBS4, I think, is the best. Don't use like the regular suppressor or like R2. Like, they're just shit. Muffler and oil filter, I haven't used them ever. So just don't do it. So ARS suppressor or PBS4. But in general, you're going to be wanting one of these. Muzzle booster increases your RPM of the gun. So you can see I go up to 864 fire right there, instead of 800, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's an extra shot per second. And when you're doing, if you're doing 22 damage, you might want that extra shot, right? But personally, I don't recommend the muzzle booster. I use it on like my executioner, um, just because I can. Like, what else am I gonna fucking use? None of these other shits matter, so I might as well just use it because recoil doesn't matter on this gun. Nothing else matters on this gun. So what's the harm, right? Um, so back to here. Um, T-brake and X-ring are the best muzzle attachments in the game. Before that it was compensated muzzle brake, but the T-brake and the X-ring are kind of like a mix of the two, right? So you can see here, slightly higher felt camera recoil and a little less effective with hipfire. This unusual device improves rotational recoil and gun displacement. T-brake. T-brake reduces both vertical and horizontal, no effect to hipfire stability. So from what I understand, the X-ring is like just good. The T-brake is a combination of the compensator and the muzzle brake. But generally, the way I like to just remember it is guns you would put a muzzle brake on are the ones that you're going to want to put a T-brake on. Right? That's as far as I know. Right? The X-ring works. I use the X-ring on the M16. I used to use the compens. Oh, what? No, I use the muzzle brake. So maybe the T-brake on this, I guess. I don't fucking know. But yeah, basically just you're gonna want either of these. You can just fuck around with it. It doesn't really matter which one goes on which. There's a very slight difference when you actually have it on the gun. Unless your gun has crazy rotational recoil, then go for the X-ring, obviously. But in general, you're just gonna want to run the T-brake. The T-brake's generally better than most guns. On most guns, sorry. Underbarrel. This doesn't exist as far as you're concerned. If you're making a good setup, this just doesn't exist. Okay, you don't want a fucking laser instead of a grip. Okay, the grip is like the best part of your recoil displacement, or like recoil fuck, what's the word? Recoil reduction. So the best ones in the game at the moment are probably the folding grip or the stubby grip. There's literally no reason to fucking like just use the fucking full stock. If you can, just use the full stock. It makes this gun specifically so much better. Just use the fucking full stock, okay? If you have options for it. If you don't, blue laser or green laser. One or the other. Either or. Doesn't fucking matter. I use the blue laser on the M16, not because it matches my skin. Oh my god. No, it's because it fucking... Like, what is that? Why is it on that side of the gun? I want my laser out of view. I don't want to be able to see it. That's the only reason. Ammo-wise, generally don't run anything. If your gun has low penetration, which this doesn't, you can pen a stud. And a lot of the walls in the game are one stud thick. So you've got like the walls on Desert Storm and shit like that. They're all one stud thick. So 1.2 studs is plenty. You don't need to be penning more than that. So if you really needed it, you could jump it up to 1.8, but there's just no reason to. It hurts your damage range, which isn't ideal. The reason I use it on the C7A2 is because if you look here, I get 1.35, I take it off, I get 0.9. So much harder. There's so few walls that are 0.9, unless you're on fucking warehouse, but everyone knows that. Armor piercing gives me that I can pen through most walls, so that's why I use armor piercing. But on like a gun like the M16A3 or pretty much any other assault rifle, you just don't need an ammo or like a conversion. The only conversion I use is on the FAMAS, but that goes in other, that doesn't even go in ammo. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to like not having a laser. In this case, I don't have a laser. But yeah, obviously conversions just aren't like on assault rifles. I mean, like on other guns, like the fucking on the Rama especially, the 380 ACP is so good. But like on most guns, there's just no reason to be using a conversion because they're pretty good already. Unless you wanted to use a like different ammo. Like that's the only time I would be like, okay, that's fair. But like even still, there's just no reason to. So this would be like a complete setup. And you can see this is pretty universal. Like over here, tech compensator. I actually haven't used this in a long fucking time. That's why the compensator's still on it. Scarrel, obviously got that. Up 20. I haven't used this since I got 1,000 kills on it because I fucking hate it. AK, pretty stock standard. HK, same deal. I put hollow point on it just because I'm fucking testing out hollow point. I don't actually use this gun, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, whatever. AKM. Cobra. I like the Cobra sight on this gun specifically, but banana. Type 88 squad barrel. This actually used to be the long barrel, so it's not the same anymore. Same deal on here. This don't listen to this. Stock standard pretty much. Like it's kind of just a universal thing. Like, you know, I've got it, like it even worked on this MP5, same deal. I got the muzzle booster just because fuck it, why not? Stock standard right there. Oh, not that. That same deal here. Pretty normal. Perspector, pretty not like this is what I was talking about. It's pretty reflex stubby green laser. And then a suppressor if I wanted it. DMRs, fuck off, I don't use fucking DMRs, I'm not fucking dumb. K1A, same deal. SR3M, same deal. Full stock, because I can, and it greatly reduces your recoil, so there's no reason to not use it. C8A2, same deal. It's just like stock standard, fucking normal setup. IPK74, pretty normal. L86, like I was saying, pretty fucking normal. Scar hammer. This is remove stock. That's just because you already have such a slow walk speed. You might as well just increase it, because this already has low recoil, so you don't need the stock. Full gauge bar, like I was saying, pretty stock standard. I don't really use any of these other ones. But then we'll go to snipers, right? So snipers are a little different with the setup. So me personally, the snipers don't fucking matter with their setup. Like you could use this completely stock and it would be fine. I choose to use heavy barrel just because I get that extra distance. Skeleton grips just so I can ADS faster. S bolt pull because it looks nice in clips. I quote that is why I do that. Right. Kind of like the intervention. No sight. You don't really need the underbarrel. Like if you go my M19A3, I have a green laser and an EOTech. You know what a lot of people don't understand is you don't need, oh, I put the T-brake on it to reduce the recoil. You don't need recoil reduction on a sniper. It's not a thing. You don't need it, and you never will. Because what do you do with a sniper? You shoot, you either miss or you hit, and then you look for the next person. Right? So there's no, like, with an AR, it's different, right? Because you're shooting, like, 10 different bullets, like 10 bullets in one go. Right? So you need to reduce it so that you can keep the next 9 bullets at the same spot. On this, it doesn't matter. There's only one fucking shot, right? If it was a DMR, that's a bit different, right? Because you can spam it. But on this, it doesn't matter. You got to reload it after that. Right? So it doesn't matter. You don't need a fucking barrel attachment unless you're putting a suppressor, or or like a barrel attachment. You don't need one of these to reduce the camera recoil. You don't need that. Okay. Underbarrel, a grip. Look, sometimes I guess is like they change the breathing mechanics. I think that's everyone fucking knows that. They change breathing mechanics. You just don't really need it. Like I don't need it on this personally. It's fine. Lasers wise, so here's the thing: remove stock if you really fucking want to, but like there's no real benefit. There's no conventional benefit. I don't need a laser in here. Actually, no, I have the green laser in here. Laser and then ammo. You just don't need this. So realistically, snipers are just like people need things to understand about a sniper. It's so easy to make these setups. Right? You can use a sniper stock. Don't look at that. You can use a sniper stock fucking standard. Look at my Mosin setup here. There's a skeleton grip and an extended bag. I don't even have a laser. I don't have a barrel attachment or nothing. Right? K14 skeleton grip and a green laser. This is my whole setup. Right? Y2K. Got no barrel attachment. You just don't need it. Skeleton grip, green laser, Cobra sight. NTW, don't even look at that. Okay? Stair scout, heavy barrel, skeleton grip, S bolt pull. Right? M107 is a little different. Muzzle brake turns it into a different gun, so it's like a change. FT300 is same deal, bro. You just don't need barrel attachments for snipers, okay? And then like I don't know, man. Secondaries wise, it's just kind of the same. Like, if you were using a revolver like the Executioner or like the MP14, bro, just use that fucking stock, bare bones stock, muzzle booster if you want. Just use it stock. It doesn't matter. You just don't need a fucking. You just don't need to change it. Okay, you don't need to. Yeah, it's just It's not hard to make a good setup, man. It's really not difficult. So let me break it down for you again, very quickly. So let's pull up a notepad. So so step one. Alright. Reflex sight. Coyote sight. Cobra, not EKP. Sight. I don't remember what else there was. We're gonna fucking move on. Step 2. T brake. X ring. ARS suppressor. Step 3. Stubby grip. Holding grip. Step 4. Green laser. Blue laser. Full stop. Slash. Remove. Stop. Step 5. Don't use a fucking ammo conversion for... Oh. Actually, I fucking hit caps lock by accident. How to make good setup for the boys. Alright. Actually, that one was fucking cringe. We changed it for noobs. But yeah, it's not fucking difficult to make a good setup. Okay, it's really not hard. Just, it's so easy. Like, genuinely, it confuses me when I see low ranks running like these god awful setups. And we all know what I'm talking about. We've all fucking seen it. It blows my mind, honestly. Like, it's so easy to make a good setup, and I don't know how people haven't learned. Like, I know, oh, Mr. Rank 300, shut up. Shut up, okay? Shut up. No one cares. No one cares what you have to say. Yeah? It's not hard to make a good gun. It's so easy, in fact. Like, bro, a new gun will drop. Like, the M16A1's gonna drop, bro. I'm gonna copy this setup. This setup's going straight on the new gun. I'm gonna buy it. It's not hard. But yeah, that's how to make a good setup. It's really not fucking hard. There's some exceptions to this. Really, there isn't many. There really isn't many. Like that, like the setup guide of just like this setup exactly will work on so many guns. Like, let's look at this. Okay. Okay, random gun. Scar H. Right. Reflex at Coyote at Cobra. I'm not really feeling that actually. Actually, wait. Let's add Delta sight for that. I'd go Coyote sight. I'd probably go T-brake, a stubby grip, green laser, or full stock of it. I don't fucking know if it has it. And yeah, these. Like, just green laser, stubby grip, T-brake, Coyote. I'm pretty sure that's like the sight I fucking have on it. A reflex. What the fuck? Oh, it's because I had long barrel on it and they removed it. So I'd probably go T-brake, stubby, green laser, and then Coyote. This is what I do. This would be my setup. It's just a universal setup. Like, it's not hard to make good setups. And people are like, how does the high rank already know what setup works the best? It's not difficult, bro. It's like a sixth sense for us. We just know what setup's gonna be good. Okay? It's not hard. Alright? Anyway. I'm gonna go now. I gotta hit 60 mil XP. Whatever. Alright. Fuck you, bye.